It appears that one of the mighty has fallen and that TBull has been released from the official CC program. And the news that seems to be spreading around all the social media channels is that it is because he was selling memberships to his fleet. So let's have a talk about that, shall we? Now, I've recently passed 900 YouTube subscribers, and the challenge is by my 8-year-old son to reach 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Now, having passed 900, it means that I get some additional features as part of my YouTube channel. I can receive tips and donations through videos and live streams, and I can also create memberships for the channel, which I have done, and they are as low as 99p a month. Now, I'd love to tout for business and say, hey, if it's your first time past here, or if you watch the channel, you're not yet subscribed, or you haven't made a donation, then please do consider dropping a few pence into my pocket, because it does take a lot of effort to create this content and keep the channel running, and that is something that I want to talk about as we go through this situation with TBull. Now, as I said, the news that seems to be doing the rounds is that TBull was charging $20 a month for people to be part of his fleet, and he was selective in the people that he was having in his fleet by taking members to his channel and subscribers as well. So those members are already paying a charge to TBull to be a member of his channel, and there are things that you can do with that. You can release videos to members before everybody else sees them, so you give them first look, and it's all about drumming up business and drumming up support, because believe me, you do not make a lot of money off YouTube, certainly at my level, and I will give you some figures here. So my channel, we're on 900, just over 900 subscribers, and in the last year my videos have been viewed over 50,000 times, and in total the watch hours is around 6,500 watch hours. Now, looking at the statistics that I've been able to find online in relation to earnings from YouTube, that is worth to me around $15 a year. So that's what, $1.50 a month, if that. So that's about £1 English pound per month for producing probably, let's have a think about it. Let's say we do 4 videos a week, so that's an hour of content. So that's, let's say, 52 hours of content a year of standalone videos. But then streaming for 4 hours a week, that is another 200 hours. So we're looking at 250 hours of content, probably at a minimum for £1 English pound a month. Okay, it's incredibly low. So making money from subscriptions to the channel is one way of doing it, and that's why I've dropped it to that 99p for the minimum. You can be Roger the Cabin Boy for 99p a month, and all that does is drop 99p from your pocket into mine. That's less than £12 a year to support a channel and to support the person at the other end who is producing all this content, not just me, but others as well. Now, this is never going to take over my day job. I would probably have to have something like Spartan and be pushing 50,000 subscribers and getting a few thousand views for every video that I do. I generally get between, let's say, 100 and 200 views per video, so 10% of what somebody like Spartan is making. Now, I thought when I heard this news that somebody was charging for membership to fleets that it's absolutely disgraceful, to be honest. Fleets are a free thing that have been introduced into this game by Wargaming, and they should remain free. You know, there's enough paid stuff within Wargaming without people, dare we say it, abusing their position and charging for people to ride on the back of their status as a CC. Now, I've been a subscriber to TBull for a long time. When I first started in this game, I did used to watch a lot of his videos, and like many CCs, including myself, you kind of fit some people's opinions and you don't fit other people's opinions or what they want to see in a CC. I don't play the highest tiers all the time. I don't have money to be buying all the latest ships all the time, and so I probably don't get as much traffic as I could. If I had access to every single ship the day it came out and was able to take the time to produce content on that, I'm certain that I'd be able to pull perhaps a couple of thousand subscribers to this channel. But I don't have that kind of money because I have a mortgage to pay and I have bills to pay, and you know, that all has to take priority over gaming. So I can understand that TBull wants to try and generate some income and generate some revenue, but the question is, you know, what does he do for a day job? Is this just about generating, you know, free money, dare we say, to put money into his pocket because of who he is? And there's probably a lot of different businesses and a lot of different associations out there where people do that. I mean, you've just got to look at athletes and sponsorships, you know, but that is another brand that is paying somebody to have a person represent them. Wargaming, obviously, in some way, pay, in inverted commas, TBull to represent their game. He gets early access to ships, and there are probably other things that he gets from Wargaming for his efforts in promoting their game, and that is what TBull is basically doing. He has spent the last few years promoting Wargaming, and Wargaming need revenue because this is a free-to-play game, and Wargaming are reliant on people spending money in this game to keep it afloat. And people like TBull, who promote the game itself, are a way of channeling people into this game to spend money for Wargaming. Now, it appears that Wargaming have taken umbrage at TBull finding a way to make himself some money out of this, and I imagine there are probably quite a few people out there who are in awe of TBull or who have been supporters of him and his channel for a very, very long time, and they would probably gladly pay $20 a month to be part of his fleet. The only issue is it appears to have contravened the end user license agreement. Now, you could say that I have broken, and any other person who produces World of Warships content on YouTube has broken that agreement as well, because when you're at the level that we are, where you're able to create memberships or generate revenue from the videos you produce, then it would appear from the wording that you are in breach of those terms and agreements. And that's a little bit worrying, I think, for myself and for many other, I want to say, content creators, not official CCs, because are we going to be on the same end of the stick? And I think the answer to that is no, because Wargaming need people to continue to promote their game, because if we don't, then there will be no revenue for them, and then there will be no game. So I feel that TBull was perhaps a little bit hasty in what he's done, perhaps a little bit greedy in what he's done, but I can understand what he was doing and why he was doing it, because as I've discussed earlier, it takes a lot of effort to produce this content. I mean, an example is you have to spend the time playing the game. That's the first thing. So for every video I produce, I probably play 10 games. So that's, let's say, 15-minute game. So you're playing 2.5 hours of gaming to produce one 15-minute video. Okay, then to turn that video into content for the channel, you're probably looking at around another hour and a half to 2 hours work. So you're already on 4.5 hours to produce one video. And that is a lot of effort. Trust me, it is a lot of effort. I try to squeeze this in between my day job, because I work full time, and I generally put my videos together on a lunchtime, or when I finished work. I try to find a video that's worthy of putting on the channel. And so 4.5 hours of labor to produce one video, then get it online, and I'm not making anything from it. For the last year and a half, 2 years that I've been putting content on this channel, I hadn't made a penny. Recently, I've had some donations. I've had about, I think, £130 in donations over the last couple of months, and most of that came from 2 people, which I was massively grateful for. Anything that is donated to this channel is split 50-50 with my son, because it was his idea to put Warships on YouTube. He wanted to see if we could get 100 subscribers, and then he kept increasing the number to get more and more and more. And so it became a bit of a challenge for me as dad to become a YouTuber. And I'm 50 years old. I'm a 16-year military veteran. I've got 2 divorces under my belt. I've been through life, and I've been gaming since the early 1980s, but we never had this kind of technology available back then. The internet did not exist. Online multiplayer did not exist. And as I've said, this is never going to replace my day job, but if I could make a couple of £100 a year in support, and donations from people who enjoy what I do, who enjoy learning about the game, who enjoy playing the game, and help to grow and teach the community about how this game should be played or can be played, and not just become a complete potato fest, then I feel that I've earned that money. But one thing that I would never consider doing is charging people either to join me on a stream or to be part of a fleet or a group on the console platform. This one is PlayStation, be it Xbox or whatever. I would never think of charging people. If we were to do a charity stream, then yes, perhaps if we were raising money for a good cause, then we could say something like, drop us 99p and you can jump in and play a game for us. But that wouldn't be going in my pocket. That would be going to a charity. So I think TBull has overstepped the mark here, and it looks like he's going to quit Wargaming. But I guarantee that he will not remove all of his content from Warships for his channel, because that is still revenue to him. He isn't going to close the gate completely, and I imagine that many of his followers are still going to support him. But let's see what the future holds here, because it's certainly going to be interesting on how this one pans out over the next few weeks. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.